Greetings, everyone. My name is Sandra Black. Ezrath Bat Shem is my second name. I want to talk to you today about a court case that is in federal court for $100 million that if I win this settlement, there's no doubt that I can win. I mean, the people are so guilty. I'm going to show you the case. The people are so guilty and racist that they can't overcome the case. But what I am pushing for is that it's time for something special for Black people. We have a special condition and we suffer all of our lives from a young age all the way to the rest of our life. I'm talking in terms of we have to be better. I know my first encounter was when I was on the kindergarten playground and I was playing with my little white friend, running, jumping, and climbing the monkey bars and doing everything together. Every single day we were doing this until one day I come out and the little boy tells me, I can't play with you anymore because you're Black. And my girlfriend said that I shouldn't be playing with Black kids. So that was my first encounter at kindergarten. And even my granddaughter now has had her first encounter when she happened to read about Rosa Parks. And it's on my channel because I felt so bad because there's nothing I can do to erase her history. That's our history. And she was reading the book and she was like, Mom, this is a dumb book. This book is not telling the truth. She says, Nana, it says that the lady was told to get off the bus for a white person. Nobody would do that. And I said, well, yeah, they will do that. That's something that these people have done in the past. So our situation, by the mere way the system is set up, is that we are a special people. So I'm asking for special damages for Black people and to set precedents. And that's the reason why I'm asking for $100 million. That I believe that even white people are tired of this. That's the reason why they can't stand Trump. Even though a lot of them do, there's a lot of them that don't. And so that's what I'm reaching out for. The lot of them that don't like the idea that Black people have to be treated different, that they have to go through a daily regimen of making sure that they change for whoever they're talking to whenever the situations come up. So this is the court case. Basically, what happened was my son looked like this. If you can see, he has dreadlocks. That's him holding his daughter that he claims, okay, because he loves the mother, okay? This is another picture so you can see. This is what my son looks like, okay? Now, on the day that I was targeted for an eviction, let me give you the letter of, I don't know if you can read this letter. It looks awful light. But anyways, what it says is, and I'm going to remove it here so I can read it to you because I can't read it in here. So I'm assume that you can't read it. What it says is that, Dear Miss Black, I have been a witness. Now she's saying that she's seen this. I have been a witness to your occupant driving recklessly in and out of the Hunters Run apartment. Now they have surveillance videos. We asked to see the surveillance video. It magically disappeared. I was told that, it breaks sometime. But the only time it broke was the time that my son was parked there, gone, and then it comes back on when after he's gone. So that's the only time it was messing up when I watched it. We sat there watching for the spot, but it blacks out when my son would be pulling out. Then it says that persons, okay, in addition, several other persons have been witnessed to your, this thing keeps changing on me, to your apartment and appear to be permanent occupants at Hunter's Run and are not on your lease. Other unauthorized to be living in your apartment. At this time, we have reason to believe that you have unauthorized occupants living in your apartment. As a result, you are being provided a 30-day notice to vacate. Okay. So let me show you what happened, the reason why I got that. And if I just wish you could see the date. I know what I can do. I can make this a little darker so that you could maybe see it. I don't know if it's going to show up still. Okay. Now this is the letter that I just was showing you. When I try to make it bigger so you can see it better, I'm hoping it'll show up better. I want you to see the date on that letter. It's April 19th, 2017. And it doesn't show up really good. So you're not even going to be able to see this. I'm tempted to just shut down the video. It's so frustrating what we go through. But then what happened was that day is my son got awarded his bride. And this is what my son then looked like on that day. Do you see how he chopped his hair off? That's the woman that he wants to marry. And that's the baby that came in to my home. If you look, he's holding the baby. See how that thing just ups and changes. Okay. So that's the woman who just opened my door and walked in that they had never seen before. Now, this is the powerhouse that messed them up. That's the reason why I got evicted, or they tried to evict. They lost anyways. But they tried to evict me because she walked in that one day. And this is my proof. My son, you might be able to see this better. It looks pretty good. Okay. Was awarded, this girl was 15 years old. And she had this baby, and the mother was having serious problems that I'm not going to go through explaining everything, that they told the judge. They told the judge that, and she allowed them to get married. So when he came there on the same date as she gave me a warning to get out, that she saw these several people. She didn't know it was my son because he had cut all his dreadlocks off. Okay, so it's April 19th. I just wish, no. Okay, there you can see the 19th, I believe. This is a really, yeah, you can see April 19th, the day of April 19th. So when she seen them walk into my door, she was like, okay, now I got her. I'm going to pretend that they were always going in there, and I'm going to tell them to get out, and she's going to give us a 30-day vacate. Well, what happens is, because of the nature of the order to grant my son custody of this girl and her baby, you know that they couldn't have been there before. Because if they were living in my house, why go get an order? Why go get the court? You got the girl. You see? So that's what really messed them up big time. And now in federal court, you still see the same thing that is going on with the problem of biases. The court made up that my grandchildren were not on the lease and they were living in the house. Okay? All of the order from the lower court, because now I'm being evicted by them in the lower state court, the order tells them that my children were on the lease. They were saying that the court never heard the case. The order says they denied it, not dismissed it. But see, this is what happens when you're dealing with human beings, because the court is assuming there's absolutely no way a woman can be 100% a good tenant. You see? So, and there's no evidence. They're giving them nothing. The only thing that they're telling the court is, we didn't do it. We didn't do it. We didn't do it. They have no pictures, no videos. They didn't even I'm on Section 8. They didn't even tell Section 8 prior to this date that, look, we're watching this girl, that she's having people. Why not? Because there was never people. You see what I'm saying? They made it all up. So what I am hoping that I could get people to do is to share this video, and I would like to talk more about this case and more about the problems that we have with the system. If you look at the civil rights commissions, the EEOC, everybody thinks that, oh, okay, these agencies are there to help Black people. These agencies are there to be more of a support for the person that you're reporting discrimination against, because the laws are written so that it's very much so easier to say no such thing as discrimination. The laws, and that's the reason why even when it comes to getting a lawyer, you can't hardly get a lawyer for these type of cases. That's why I'm my own lawyer. I'm going through this all by myself, you guys. So my name is Sandra Black. You can look up the case. It's Sandra Black against Naomi Fried Richardson. Let me get a little water in my throat. Much better water. And let me give you pictures of them so that now I know that those are going to come up good. They better. Let's see here. So that you can see who these people are. They're not the best pictures, but I think you'll be able to see them. This is Naomi. This is the woman. She's like a Karen. They target Black people, and I know other Black people too that were targeted, so that, if you make any mistake, you're evicted. Okay? And she even said in court, if we have 3 violations, we normally evict. But that's another whole story I'll save for another video. She lied through lower court so bad, and she got trapped up. One minute she was saying that I was a witness. I saw several people over a course of a period of time going into Sandra Black's house. And she said that there was others. Oh, she said that she was so worried about Section 8 that's the reason why because we could lose our voucher with Section 8 if we didn't stay on top of this. But Section 8 said, hey, you have no evidence this happened. So that's misleading the court right there with the biggest lie. Section 8 is against you. And eventually, the lower court is against you. The lower court denied them. So again, I'm going to let you see. This is Naomi. That's what she looks like. And then I'm going to let you see the other lady. She's a real Karen. I'm going to let you see her video, too. She made she got mad at me because of the video. Called the police on me like a Karen. And the reason why I was video recording was because of them lying. This is the police report. And they said that I was there being belligerent. They said that I was there only because I was being evicted, as if I was this bad person. And lie, just to lie. Um, the only reason why I was there was to service them a cease and desist. And after that, that's when they filed the lawsuit. They even had a meeting that they weren't going to file a lawsuit. They were not going to file it. But what really pissed me off is that, oh my God, I was so angry. We got in there, me and my daughter, and they was like, oh, okay, everything, we're going to drop everything. And then I'm not gonna say it, but oh, I can't stand what they did to me. Then she says, and okay, what you can do is put it in writing. She did that. She does that to me. This is a long going on thing. That's what she does to me the whole time I've been kissing her ass. Trust me, I've been kissing her ass because it was a nice place. So I wanted to stay there, and that's what black people have to do if you want to keep your place. But this was the last straw, because I realized that this was not just a situation like I thought originally. I thought it was a situation where the regular deal with white people situation, because regularly it's just that they do in general. I'm sorry, white people, y'all gonna be pissed off to hear this, but in generally we do have to kiss your ass if we want to keep our stuff. And I wanted my stuff so bad. So all of the different things that she did, like when I first got there, now I know that's what they do. They start working you out as soon as you get there black. They start working you out with violations, because they do not like to keep black people there. Okay, there are black people that are there. There are some that manage to be long-termers. The only ones that I know of that got to stay under her with, and I don't know if they're getting violations. One is like very, 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 very sick, and then the others are very much, you act like black people. You either drinking beer, they have their beer, their liquor, they're loud. Those ones can stay. The one that they brought to court to lie on me, they brought one to court to say that she saw my dog relieving itself all over for a violation that she had given me. That same violation she took back, because as soon as I get one of those lies, I go around and get my neighbors to testify. Did you see this happen? And all of my neighbors said, no, I'm the only one who does pick up the poop. So that's the reason why she wrote on the violation that she was going to remove it from the file and disregard. But the Naomi chick that I just showed you, she got in court not realizing that I was on top of my game. And I brought my signed copy that it didn't exist. But she had the undocumented copy, because she was going to use it against me anyway, as if it was a real violation. So this is how she was working. And this is the court order where you can see it was, I hope I can get you to see it. I don't see the words. Denied. Maybe I need to come back. I'm going to pick up the phone and hold it, and maybe it'll come in clearer. Because you can see it's court filed, but it doesn't come in clear. I'm sorry. Anyways, the court denied it because it was so ruthless. And it shouldn't have never even come to court, because I gave all of my evidence in the cease and desist, and I shared the cease and desist with the court for them to, not be able to continue. But I still had to go through court and prove all of this crap that they were doing to me. And then now I'm in federal court 3 years later. after what they were doing. So this has been going on nearly 5 years, you guys. So subscribe because I'm gonna keep you posted. I want to give you more information. I never did get a chance. I wanted to show you the girl. This is the girl. I don't know if I showed her to you. She's the one who did the real Karen thing with the police report. And here's the video. I'm gonna show that to you that I made, where she's going to call the police on me and lie to the police. Looks like this doesn't. Oh, and it's not going to work. I don't understand why. Let me see, did I pick it up wrong? Okay, here is the video. There we go. They're angry. Huh? Somebody's angry, they can call me. No, but why would they call you when you would take a person, an innocent person, who has nobody coming to her apartment?
Sandra, your grandson is recording me. I'm asking you to leave the office. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to shut my door because I'm telling you cannot record me.
Well, I understand when you're guilty like that. That's okay. You stay in there. I'll talk from out here because I know you can hear me. But this is your letter. Yes, you can call the police. You can call the police. Anyway, this is your letter. And what this letter states is, I can't win with these videos, you guys. Anyways, I'm going to try to start doing more videos and sharing a lot more about, like with the civil rights, the EEOC, they are actually on the side of the corporation. So when you go to them and the law makes it that you have to go to them to get a lawsuit, they are now another testimony for the other side. Because in Indiana, most of all of those people hired there are black. And the reason why they do that is so that when they do go there, when you go there, it's going to be automatic that that's not discrimination. Oh boy, I was just stop it. Cut this. Okay. There, got it stopped that way. But yeah, when you go there, they are witnesses for the corporation, not for you. And that's what Indiana Civil Rights Commission did. When I first wrote up my complaint, I knew I was in big trouble. Well, I've been through this so long now because I'm like almost 60 years old. I'm a graduate of Tuskegee University. And I graduated with a degree in chemical engineering. So working as a black chemical engineer, all I ever experienced was discrimination. The entire 10 years, I had 3 different jobs where I tried to make it. I wound up going out on disability at the age of 37 because the suffering was just so great. And unfortunately, I had a physical body that the more I was under stress, the more my kidneys and my blood pressure, my kidneys would fail and my blood pressure would go sky high. Well, you're not going to be able to work with that going on. I was taking my medicine, and the doctor even would say, we could see you're taking your medicine. Your heart rate was like at 40 and below 40. And we can't give you any more blood pressure medicine. My blood pressure with my heart rate at 40, taking all of this medicine, is over 180, over 170. Okay? And I was like 30 some years old, and so my doctor is telling me, you're not going to see your 40th birthday. If you don't probably live, you're going to have to live disabled because of that situation. So that's what happened. And that's why now I get to be living a impoverished life because I'm not allowed to work. in a fair, healthy environment. So, and I've even tried working a regular job, and it's just so stressful because it shouldn't have to be like that. And what I did was I gave up. I said, let me just go like my doctor told me. And I'm happy raising my grandchildren. Um, my kids lived after a while, they would wind up in poverty. Um, it took a while for me to get to the state of poverty. But for me, I'm at peace with it because I never needed money to define me. So I'm all good. My kids, some are good, some are not. One is good, the two is not. And they watched me be destroyed by our society just because I didn't have money, just because I didn't work. And so that's another long story to go through, too. They took my mom away from me and gave her to my brother who hated her. So, and this was a 10-year battle. Oh, it's just been really a nightmare when she got the dementia. Um, Even though I was the one who was always in her life, I was the one who she wanted to take care of her. She didn't have a will because nobody saw. Who would have saw the one that couldn't stand her is going to be saying, I love my mom. She's a thief. That's what he's calling me. She's trying to rip my mother off. So, yeah. We never saw that one coming. And we got over that one, and then the landlord pulls off what she pulls off. And see, my kids are watching this. They know me. They know I pay my rent on time. That's what messed them up too. Because they expect it's going to be black people problems. You're going to have a month here, you can't pay your rent, or you're going to have some kind of criminal company coming over, or that crack addicted family member is going to, no, because I don't even play that. You on drugs, you do not come and see me. I don't care if you are my child. You will not come and see me. You will not come in my house. Okay? I run a real tight ship, and that left them kind of in a pickle because I have absolutely no legitimate violation against me. Not even one. The two that they got me with, they went to court. Okay, they made up, this is crazy. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to end this video because I see it's getting long. But I'm telling you, they took me to lower court with two made up violations that made it so that I actually had not one single violation. You can't make this up. This is funny. When I get to court, they got this thing called friendly reminder. Oh, there are people who get friendly reminders. I don't know who they are, but they weren't me. They got me for having my blinds messed up and didn't get them fixed. And they got me for my sign where I was trying to get help for my mom. That's all it was about. It was called Mother Enslaved. It was a website. And what I was trying to do is to get this court. I was trying to get any kind of lawyer. Same thing I'm doing now, too. I wouldn't mind having a lawyer to help me. But when you've got a special case, they don't want to touch it. And then with housing discrimination, it doesn't even pay out as much as employment discrimination. But in either case, employment discrimination or housing discrimination, those areas are very much so that it's hard to get an attorney. Plus, you have to have big money coming in. You know why? Because it happens so often that if they're not going to be seeing like 5 million or 3 million coming up out of it, or something that's real quick coming out of it, they're not going to touch it because they have so many cases where they're getting that. So you're going to be stuck doing your own case. Or like in my situation, I'm setting precedents because I'm bringing in what I'm calling embedded law. And what embedded law is that it's embedded into each of us, even you and me, to some degree. No matter how you want to believe you don't do it, we all are against black. We are, it's just embedded there. And so I show how the laws were set back in the 1600s, that black people were inferior, that black people, you could do anything to them. And these laws were set there for hundreds of years, that it's embedded into us that this is the way it is. So now when we act, there's going to be something in our nature that is going to be prejudice against black people. So because of that, we need to have, once you are malicious, once you are outright just intending to harm a person for no reason, and you can prove it, and you see that letter from the court. It's not a letter, order, the order from the court that ordered that girl out of her house. On the same day, I get a letter to be evicted. That proves that they did exactly that. You know, you're taking my home from me just because you can. And then I gave you a cease and desist. Stop. Then HUD said, look, you have no case. You didn't even come to us that she was doing anything before this. Even if you had wanted to set her up, you didn't come to us. So even HUD said there was no case. So, yeah. It's just a situation that if I can get people to share this, and hopefully I would like to get an attorney to help me with the case, but if not, I'm fighting it all by myself. And right now, I think I was telling you before, I'm kind of all over the place. I'm gonna try to make a more compact video where I stay at one place. But yeah, this video is getting long. I just want you guys to know that the way the system